Welcome to Hey Arabic Academy. In the last video, I started the throat letters. In that video, I told you that throat letters can be divided into three parts. We have those ones that are being produced from the bottom part of the throat, and we have those ones that are being produced from the center parts of the throat. And likewise, we have those ones that are being produced from the upper parts of the throat. In that video, I talked extensively on those ones that are being produced from the bottom part of the throat, which are alif and ha. In today's video, I'm going to talk about those ones that are being produced from the center part of the throat and those ones that are being produced from the upper part of the throat. Before I go into that, are you just watching my video for the first time, or you have been watching my video but you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook? I urge you to kindly do so now. You are not going to regret it. The two letters showing on your screen at the moment, they are the one being produced from the center part of the throat. They are center parts of the throat letters. The first one, the name of the first one, it is Ain. 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 And the second one, it is Ha. 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 Whenever we had Fatha, that is any of the short vowels, whenever we add it to the first one, that is Ain, the sound it produces, it comes from the center part of the throat. For instance, let's add Fatha, that is the slant line that you are seeing on it at the moment, that is Fatha. The sound it produces, it is Ah. 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 So when we have the short vowel Fatha to Ain, the sound it produces, it is Ah. 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 Just like you can find it in the word Ankafa. 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 Ankafa simply means to embark on something. Ankafa. Embark. And just like we can find it in the word Abatha. Abasa. 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 Abasa simply means to frown. To frown. Now let's go to the second one. The second one, I told you earlier that the name of the second one, it is Ha. 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 So when we had any of the short vowel to Ha, the sound it produces, it comes from the center parts of the throat. So for instance, let's add Fatha, that is the short vowel Fatha, let's add it to Ha. So the sound it produces, it is Ha. 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 The name of the letter, it is Ha. Ha. But when we add Fatha to it, it produces the sound Ha. 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 Just like we can find it in the word Lahadha. 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 Lahadha simply means to perceive. To perceive. And we can also have another example, just like we can find it in the word Haratha. 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 Haratha simply means to cultivate. To cultivate. Now let's go to the last one, that is the last part, the letters that are being produced from the upper part of the throat. The two letters showing on your screen at the moment, they are the one being produced from the upper part of the throat. I'm going to tell you the name of the two letters. The first one, it is Roin. 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 So you find some people calling it Roin. Roin is still the same thing. Roin or Roin, it is still the same thing. So Roin, it comes from the upper part of the throat. These two letters, majorly their sounds, they are being produced from the upper parts of the throat. So the name of the first one, it is Roin. 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 The name of the letter are quite different from the sounds they produce. So don't mix the two together. It's just that the name of the letters and the sounds they produce, they tend to be similar. they tend to be similar, but if you pay closer attention to it, you realize that they are quite different. For instance, when we say ain, it is quite different from the sound it produces. Is different from ain. Ain is the name, but is the sound it produces. Same to this goin. So when we say the name of the letter, it is goin. It is quite different from the sound it produces that I'm still going to talk about. And the second letter, the name of the second letter, it is ho. That's the name of the letter. Now let's add one of the short vowels to it. So let's add fatha just like the way we added it to the first two. So when we add fatha to ghain, it produces the sound gha. As if you are dragging it. Just like we can find it in the word ghabaro. Ghabaro simply means to pass. Not pass an examination, like when you pass by something. So pass. Ghabaro. And another example for ghain, it is ghasala. Ghasala simply means to watch. To watch something, like watch your clothes, wash your plate, whatsoever it is. So ghasala. And the last letter, kha. That's the name of the letter. So when we had fatha to it, it produces the sound kha. Just like we can find it in the word khamasha. Khamasha simply means to scratch. And just like we can find it in another word, kharaja simply means to leave, to go. And that's the end of today's video. Have you gained anything? Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and I will see you in the next video.